welcome back to my channel if you've been here before, and welcome if you have not. Today we're just going to do our first check-in since we started our Back to the Beginning challenge. I just wanted to see how everybody was doing. Has everybody picked a plan? If you haven't watched, which I'm sure most of you here have already heard me say, so I'm trying not to be a broken record, but I'm doing the old Weight Watchers Simply Feeling program that I did back in April of 2018 up until, I don't know, seemed like maybe that fall. I think it was maybe November, October, something like that. And then, like I think I told you in one of my other things, I get bored. I like change. I flit around from flower to flower like a little bumblebee. That's just how I do it. That's pretty much everything in my life. I go from thing to thing to thing. That's just my personality. So, have you picked your plan? Are you sticking to it? Are you doing everything the plan tells you to do? I'm going to tell you what. I've been on plan 100%. Not 99.9. 100%. I have passed that candy bowl because where I sit in my chair, I have to pass that candy bowl. It feels like 100 times a day. And I just look at it and I think, yep, I'd like to have you, but nope, I'm not going to. And the candy bowl is the one with the Reese Ghost, the White Ghost, the cookies and cream Kit Kats, plain Reese's, York peppermint patties, which I don't like better than Reese's, but oh, I do love them. You know those thin mint cookies? Well, thin mints, Andy's thin mints. I can eat a whole bag of those. Remember how they used to come in a box? I don't know if they still do. I could eat a whole box of those. But you know, at Christmas time, when they come out with those long, skinny boxes with a sleeve of the thin mints that are like, they're like your peppermint patties, I can eat a whole box of those too. Oh my gosh. There's not very many candies out there I can't eat a whole box of, but I have been passing it up. I have been telling myself, no. If you have to talk to yourself, which I have to talk to myself, I have to talk to her who says, don't do it, and listen. And I have to talk to her who says, go on and do it, and tell her to hit the road. Because a lot of times she wins. Not this week. No, sir. I have a goal in mind. I know I have to come here in front of you and tell you what I've done and what I haven't done. And I don't want to be anything but, I'm not, when I say I'm trying to be an inspiration, that sounds like I'm tooting my own horn. Let me take a drink on that because I'm not tooting my own horn. Because I don't know. But I want to come on here and show you that it is possible to stick to a plan even if you have eating problems and you want to eat everything you see, and you have candy problems and you have chip problems. You can tell yourself no. You just have to. You just have to. Now, I've been up since, it's either 2 or 3. I can't remember what the clock said. The reason why I'm sitting here in the room of things and not on the porch is because it's still dark outside. Got the baby coming today, and I need to go ahead and get this filmed and uploaded because you know YouTube can be wonky sometimes. But I've been sitting in here looking through recipes. I found an old Simply Feeling blog, and I have been copying so many recipes from her blog. It's not even funny. I hope you're doing that. I hope you're excited about what you're doing. I hope you're excited about the plan you're on and about the new foods you can find and the foods that you can eat. Let's don't focus on the foods we can't eat because that just makes us grumpy. Let's focus on what we can eat. How can we spin it in a new light? How can we make up new things with it? Or old favorites. Maybe you're starting a plan where the plan you were on, you couldn't have those foods. When I was on low carb, I couldn't have potatoes or sweet potatoes. Well, I could, but boy, they'd really count against you. The premise of low carb is to not eat those things. And oatmeal, those cream of wheat, those are things that I can now have because they are considered a no count sleepy feeling food. So I'm excited about those. Even though I promised David we wouldn't eat taters every day because he says taters make him gain weight. I ain't gonna do that to him, which they're not good for me either because, I mean, even though they're on the plan, don't mean I need to eat them every single day. But I was going back there looking at my little box of cards who someone anonymously sent me last year, I guess it was, and I never did find out who it was, so I thank you again if you are still watching. But they're just little cards with little quotes on them. And there for a while, when we were back here talking, I was changing one every time, and we would talk about the one that was on there. Well, I was back, excuse me, I was back there looking, and I didn't even change it. The one, I've been bad about changing it. Ever since I set my sewing machine up there, I kind of ignore the desk part that's, sitting, my stuff sitting back there, changing my card. So the one that's been up there for the longest, I don't know if you can even, yeah, you see it right there. If you've watched me in here, you'll know that it's been there for a long time. But I didn't change it because it's perfect for what we're doing. Whether you're following the challenge or not, if you're on a weight loss journey, or even if you're even in life, it is perfect. There's 3 words on it: positive, patience, and persistence. And those are 3 things we got to have on a weight loss journey. First of all, I'm not good with positive. Y'all know I am a negative Nelly. I am pessimistic. I don't look for the good things to happen because I say if I don't look for the good things, then I'm not disappointed when it don't happen. I cannot help it. That's just who I am. But I need to be positive. So far, so good on changing my plan. I have been positive about it. I've been eating the foods that I know I can eat, and I've been just dealing with it. If I'm hungry, then I find something on plan. I don't try to find something, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, there's a word I'm looking for. Contraband. I don't try to look for contraband. I don't dig in that candy jar. So I'm being positive. I'm being positive that I'm doing a good thing for my health. I'm positive that while I'm going to lose weight, I'm not focusing on that this first week because, I told you the first week I did it, I'm talking to y'all with my finger up the whole time. I'm going to put it down and hold my coffee. And there I go drinking like a toddler again. I am, I gained 5 pounds the first week I was on it. So don't be positive in what you're doing. Be positive that you are going to lose weight because that's what we're in this for. Otherwise, why would we do it? Why would we bother eating healthy if we weren't in it to lose weight? Well, we should eat healthy for our health. But being on a weight loss journey, why would we be on a weight loss journey if we're not trying to lose weight? That's just common sense. So while we do need to look at the scales, and that is the way we measure our success, we have NSPs, but the bottom line is the number on the scale. That's the number the doctors go by. That's the number the surgeons go by. That's the number we go by, whether we like to admit it or not. So be positive for that. But this first week, if you gain weight, when you've switched plans, don't get disappointed about it. Just know that sometimes our body has to adjust to a whole separate new way of eating. So I just want to throw that in there. Whatever your weigh-in day is, I cannot talk. Listen, it was RJ. We was going somewhere. I think I told y'all before we was going somewhere. I think we was going out to eat, and there was several of us. We had to take a couple cars. Well, me and David was in the front. I was just talking to him, and I was just talking and carrying on, just this is how I do it. And we got there, and RJ said, "Mama, if you tied your hands up, you couldn't talk." That's how I feel like I'm doing y'all this morning. I'm going to do this. I'm going to hold them both. So let's be positive. Let's don't be negative. The next one is patience. Number 2, not too good. I don't have patience. I want something yesterday. I have a problem with patience. I know this weight is not going to fall off of me overnight, but I sure do want it to. I think that's why I change, not just in my weight loss journey, but in different, like even different crafts. Well, that's probably because I get bored. But in the weight loss journey, I get impatient because I want things to work. And so that's probably, I'm not going to try to spin it in some kind of other way. That's probably one of the reasons, other than being bored, is I'm like, oh, I don't think I'm getting results. And if I stall, well, I need to try something else, which I think it is good to shake your body up, which is why I started this challenge, because I wanted to shake it up after a start. Look, I talk with my arms, even though my hands are tied down. I'm still talking with my arms. I'm trying not to laugh loud because David's next door asleep. But patience. We have to be patient. We have to be patient with the process. What's the main saying? It's a journey, not a race. Something like that. I don't know how it goes. You know what I'm trying to say. So we have to be patient with the process and how the weight loss comes off. Now, if we stall, we need to look at what we're doing and maybe figure out what we're doing wrong. So we got to be patient. And then the third one, I got that one covered. Persistence. I have persisted for 3.5 years. I have not given up except for little bouts of giving up. Y'all know what I mean? Those times where I'm like, oh, I am so tired of this. I'm going to take a week off. But then I come back to it. So I've not given up to the point of I had to drag myself back kicking and screaming to get back on plan. I just had to ease my way back into whatever plan I was following at the time. Now, I did get off. Hold on. It was right after I started this channel. I got sick. I got sick as a dog. And if y'all were with me back then, y'all remember for weeks I was hoarse. And the way I talked, I had almost lost my voice. But I didn't want to quit filming, so I filmed with that voice. So some of those videos I cringe at. But what you gonna do? So when I was sick for those weeks, I did not eat good at all, because when I don't feel good, all I want to do is eat. And I don't want to eat good, as in healthy. I want to eat what I want to eat. So I was off. I didn't give up then. I just quit. Does that make sense? There's a difference, I think. Giving up, you just throw your hands up and you're just like, okay, I'm done with this. Just quitting for a little bit is taking a break, reassessing your situation, figuring out where you want to go from there. So persistence, we got to be persistent. Whatever plan you're on now, be persistent and work it. Work it like you are on a runway, girl. Let me tell you, put that crown on, strut yourself down there and work that plan. I don't care what you're doing. I just don't. But that's all I wanted to say this morning. Whatever beginning you started back at, even if you stayed where you're at, I just wanted to give you a little bit of encouragement. That's the word I was looking for early, not inspiration. I was looking for encouragement. I want to give you a little bit of encouragement for you to get through. And I hope you've done good these past, well, we started the 1st, which was Friday, and this is Monday. So I hope you've done good over the weekend, because a lot of times the weekend is our downfall. Listen, I ate out yesterday and I stayed in my points. I didn't go and eat out something that was going to take me off the charts. I stayed within my points, because see, on Simply Feeling, you don't get daily points. You get 49 weekly points. And that was everybody across the board. Didn't matter what you weighed, anything like that. That was everybody across the board. Now, some people might say, 49 points? I could eat like a king on 49 points. Well, even though you get a ton of 0 point foods, there are things you want to add in there. And you can nip away at those points during the week if you're trying to save it up for a nice meal on the weekend or whatever day, maybe your day before or day of weigh-in. A lot of people like to have their splurge meal the day of weigh-in because then it gives them the whole week to work off the sodium and stuff like that. But if you just add a point or two a day, see, I got up to yesterday with 38 points left. So during the week, I had added little things like if you add mayonnaise, that'll add a little bit of point. Like that Velveeta cheese, I added to, I don't know, I added to something. That's 1 point. So just little things like that, they chip away at your points. So the plan, it gives you, like I said, tons of, they call no count foods. They give you tons of those, but there are still things that you like, little extras. And so they give you those 49 points to do the extras. Well, I like to save the bulk of mine for eating out. We ate out Chipotle. Chipotle, I'm going to tell you what, I don't think it matters what plan you're on. Chipotle is a choice, a good choice. The burrito bowls, yes, they're excellent. So I got steak, which is a lean meat, that's no count. I got brown rice, no count. I got fajita vegetables, no count. I got tomato salsa. There was nothing in it. The app gave it 1 point. I gave it 0 because there was nothing in it but tomatoes, a couple little pieces of jalapeno that I picked out, cilantro, red onions, and lime juice. There ain't no points in that. I ain't giving it a point. No. Sometimes you got to do that in your journey too. You got to make some of your own decisions, whatever works for you. If there's a certain food, like when I was on Blue and Freestyle, I didn't count avocado. Me and David talked about it more than once. Avocado is too, I'm not telling you to not count it, because if you don't, and then that makes you gain weight, don't you come back hollering at me telling me I told you don't count no avocado. I didn't count it because it's too healthy of a fat to not eat, and I did not want those points going against me. So anyway, if there's a few things that you make exceptions for, that's on you. You do what you do. So I didn't count that salsa. But anyway, I went in with 38 points. I had enough to get my healthy, just how many ever points, I think I had to count for the guacamole. That's what I had to count for. That's the only thing I had to count for, and the sour cream. I have fat-free sour cream, which I can have, but I wanted some of their good sour cream. So that's all I had to count on the bowl, was the sour cream and the guacamole. And I'm probably going to repeat this on weigh-in, if I remember. So that left me plenty of points for some chips and that fresh salsa. There's where most of my points came from, but it was a nice treat. And I'm still coming out between today, Tuesday, and Wednesday with 6 points to burn. So I got 6 points of some little something I want to add to what I can already eat. So I think I did good. I'm going to stick to it. I'm not going to eat more than that 6 points. I'm going to be persistent that I stick to my points. You be persistent and stick to your calories or your carbs or whatever it is you're counting. So anyway, that's what I had today. I was going to try to keep this short, but that was a joke. That was not going to happen. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to finish looking at some recipe. Well, no, I'm going to get this uploaded first because, last week when the baby came, I was still finishing up. That's why I'm in here early while it's still 0 dark 30 outside. All right. Well, that is it. I hope you have a good week. I hope you stick to your plan. I don't care where you're at or what you're doing. Make the best choices you can. Be positive. Be patient. And be persistent. And I will see you now tomorrow on Tag Tuesday. I'm thinking David may not be with me because he's putting a transmission in. We got a spare vehicle that needs a transmission. So all weekend and today, he's going to be working on that transmission. And then tomorrow, I have a 7:30 o'clock in the morning doctor's appointment. And it is almost an hour away. My doctor moved and I went with her. And so that's going to take me all morning. and I just won't want to fool with it when I get home. So chances are I'm just going to go ahead and by the time I get home, he'll be resting on the couch, and I'm not going to bother him. He has long nights at work, so I'm not going to bother him. So chances are you're just going to see me by myself. Y'all can boo-hoo if you want to, but I hope you'll watch anyway. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.